What's up, guys? Welcome back to After the Island. I'm Elizabeth.
I'm Alex.
And we are bringing you recaps from Love Island USA. Currently, we're on the new season 5, but it's season 4 for us of the recaps because if you're new here, we were on season 1 and we recap all the episodes and interview all the dumped Islanders.
Yes, we do. And we do have our first dumped Islander.
Yes, we have them coming on soon.
Yes. And
Jasmine.
Spoiler alert. So obviously we are recapping the Friday night episode and the Sunday night episode. Today is Monday, July 24th, for anyone who needs to know. But so what happened on episode 4? We saw a lot of love triangles happen.
Yeah, a lot.
Victor and Carmen were the ones who came out of the recoupling. Carmen picked Victor and Jasmine was very visibly upset about it.
Which is crazy to me.
Yes. And when he kissed her, I do kind of feel, okay, so we were talking about this. When they kissed,
Jasmine and Victor.
Yes. I know that she asked for the kiss, but what I didn't like is that I caught him when he went back to Carmen. He was saying, like, I didn't know what to do. Like, I didn't know what to do. So I just kissed her. It gave off that energy of like a guy trying to make up an excuse by saying, like, I couldn't possibly say no.
Like, you can always just like say no.
Yeah.
But my whole thought on that was I really don't think Victor made the wrong choice by letting Jasmine kiss her or kiss him. I think that it's early days, like we saw, and I think sometimes a kiss with someone could make you feel something. Like there's been plenty of challenges even too where people have been like kissing or making out there and then they're like, oh, you know what, I am kind of into them, like that kiss was great. So I kind of feel like you have to test that to really see if there's a connection. And I think Victor probably thought like, you know what, let me give it this one last try with Jasmine and see if anything's there. And then he realized, you know what, like maybe it wasn't there. But I wish he did kind of like pull her afterwards and say like I know you asked me for a kiss and like, you know, although like I really like getting to know you and stuff, like I just don't know if I see it like that, like after thinking it, rather than just like going on about it and having her kind of in the dark.
Right. Yeah, I just like, I know that we were kind of not weirded out, but surprised that they all of a sudden kind of gravitated towards each other after they said they were completely not each other's type. And then so I was kind of rooting for them. And then it's very obvious that him and Carmen have a lot of chemistry. And I think that I just don't think that him and Jasmine would have worked out. But I think Victor is like a very soft and like gentle person who doesn't want to upset anyone, but he's also good at communicating. Like we saw that a lot in the most recent episode. That he's like super mature.
Yeah, he definitely is.
And and he's just ready to be like for real and be like, I'm gonna tell you what I like and what I don't like, and you can tell me the same and we'll work on it. Like that's what a relationship is. So that was kind of nice to see.
Victor to me is someone that stands out as someone that is really there to meet someone and is there for the right reasons.
Agreed. And to write his romantic novel. To find his inspiration.
Possibly.
Okay, so then our next bombshell, Hannah picked Marco.
Yes.
So she stole him from Destiny.
Yes.
Any thoughts?
It didn't really feel like a steal because Marco and Destiny had already been like burnt toast. I wonder if this was kind of like a cop-out pick for her. If she maybe thinks like, no one in here is really right for me. So I'm just going to take the easy open one. And kind of like, I think maybe.
I think they get along really well.
I do think they get along.
I think she really likes him.
I think she does like him actually, but I think also she likes him for now.
Yeah, that's fair.
She seems very mature to me, and he seems like the most immature one in there.
She seems like she rides for him right now. Like she's siding with him,
of course,
with a lot of stuff
because she wants to make sure he's her pick.
Yeah, true.
She's playing a smart game, is what I think it is. Yeah.
She's playing chess. Everyone else is playing checkers.
Exactly.
As she should. I mean, she sold me like, I think that they get along. We'll see where they go.
And like I said in our last episode, I really loved how the Bombshells had the power to steal someone, because giving the Bombshells the power, it makes it so much better for them coming in as a bombshell rather as them coming in as like underdogs, but then having to have this confidence.
Mhm.
And then it's like some false confidence, but like they have the real confidence because they know they just get to steal someone.
Yeah. And it's like, it just makes it so much better to watch, because what I wrote down was that, and I know this happens every season because like everyone's worried about what they look like on TV.
Yeah.
Like it's just inevitable, but everyone is just so scared to step on toes. Like everyone is so quick to
Totally.
judge if you stray from your OG couple, and like that's crazy.
Right. And that it's crazy, that whole concept. And that's why I think that like Love Island as a franchise has changed that this year, because we first saw it with the UK and then we saw how well it worked with this new season with the UK, that I think they were like, we got to do this for the US too, by giving the Bombshells the power to do these steals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We like it.
Because it makes people like move. And like the whole name of the game with Love Island is when you choose to couple up with someone, like you can't say no. You can't.
Exactly.
There's no room for you to be like, actually, no, I'm going to stay in my couple. Like when you get coupled up with someone or someone chooses you, you have to do that.
Yeah.
And kind of new people that watch the show were like asking me that too. They're like, can you say no? I'm like, no, you can't say no. Like once you're chosen, you're chosen.
Yeah. That's so true. And it's kind of like
it like pushes,
it's like an unspoken
rule. It pushes
rule.
the feet forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if the guy like, or whoever at that point is getting picked, like they might be like rude about it, but they still do end up with them. Like that is interesting. I've never thought about it. Like we have never had a situation where someone's really battled someone's choice, like a bombshell's choice.
So we saw that with the UK this season though.
Really?
They picked someone that was like very coupled up.
Oh, yes. I know who you're talking. We don't want to spoil.
Yeah.
But I know who you're talking about. And it makes for great TV. My jaw dropped.
So neither of them like really picked people though. Like between Hannah and Carmen, neither of them chose people that were like super like dead on staying with their couple. Like the steals weren't like a steal. It was like, they were like safe picks.
These were safe
rather
picks,
than like a straight up steal.
You're
but
right.
I love the idea of having these.
Yeah, I totally agree. We've got to get a little more crazy with them.
Yeah, it like works with the format better.
I'm like, unfortunately, I think Cassie's going to be the one to deliver all of those big dramatic moments for us.
For like switching it up and stuff.
You're saying
100% safe. Yeah.
At least for now. I mean, she's giving us what we do need on Love Island. Like,
so here's my take on Cassie. I don't think it's because she's like trying to like be this confidence. I can step on toes. I don't care. That's not what I'm getting from Cassie. I'm getting she's running around like a chicken with its head cut off, just scrambling, making her moves to make sure she stays in that villa.
Oh, she's moving mad around that house trying to find someone.
She's doing her rounds. I don't think it's a confidence thing of like, I'm a powerhouse, whatever. I think it's she just like wants to stay and she's like in a frenzy trying to like make sure she gets to stay.
Yeah.
So like she wants to stay so bad that she's gonna like couple with Bergie now and like make her all of a sudden interested in someone that she has shown no interest in until like all of a sudden. Like at least Carmen like from the get-go has been like, I really like talking to Bergie and I like hanging out with him. Like Cass, this feels out of fucking nowhere. Cassie is pissed. So what was the challenge again that they had? Was it the challenge in this episode or is this repercussions of the last episode's challenge?
Repercussion. Whatever. But it's the one where they wore the like uniforms.
So, okay. So we have the repercussions. Yeah, we have some of the repercussions of the previous episode's challenge. The schoolyard, whatever. What is high school dropout. High school dropout. And Cassie is upset that
Anna and
Leo were kissing in the challenge. Okay, I feel like Leo, like I said, has ranked Cassie at the bottom forever. And Cassie has no right to be upset about that, especially because when they go into their next challenge, she's kissing who she wants. So she's just like kind of being a hypocrite. I feel like all these girls are so butthurt. And I'm like, it's literally the third day and everyone is acting like they've been there for like 2 weeks of Love Island time.
Yeah, no, that's so true.
It's crazy.
Yeah, like I need some more.
They're so like territorial almost, or like.
Do you think that makes the show better, or we're like? I can't
Sometimes
tell.
yes, but it feels like it's fake territorial.
Yeah, that's why I think it's coming across
territorial,
weird.
like yes, it's coming across weird because it's territorial to my spot on Love Island, not territorial of I really like this person. That's why it feels weird.
That's actually so true.
Yeah, like they just don't want to go home, which I get that
Yeah,
as
of course,
well.
because it's like freaking day 3.
I'm here to watch the connections. I'm not here to watch you guys like fight like Survivor for your place on the island. No, I'm serious.
I love that.
Okay, it's like how I feel watching it though, and it makes me bummed. Like I want to watch the connections and the drama that comes with the connections, not the drama that comes with I'm just trying to stay on the island.
Yeah, it's island politics at that point.
That's like what it is.
It really is.
Yeah.
So then Leo and Cassie, they're
They're
broken
pretty much
off.
donezo.
Yeah, she essentially breaks it off with Leo, but it's giving like she knows that I think he's fully into Anna. That's what we're getting fed, at least for the storyline, is he's gung-ho on Anna.
Remember, I guessed that.
Yeah.
I sensed it.
Yeah. I'm all over the place with this because I think Cassie realizes now, okay, Anna's got Leo. I'm kind of screwed. Who else am I into? Her and Keenan start talking, and it comes up casually in the conversation about him being attracted to her. And she does kind of like, she's like, oh my God, like it's a little bit of an overreaction of, oh, I think you're cute too. Which I had no idea. How are we supposed to know, obviously? But I do see the side when people are arguing like she should have told KK that she found him attractive, but they never acted on anything. So I wonder, like, it just never really came up. So I don't really fault her.
No, you're getting the biggest side eye from me right now. I'm like faulting this girl to the max. Like she literally is so, I think she like would have been so sketched to the point where I think she wouldn't have like really said much. And then the minute he gives her an inch, she takes a mile with it.
Really?
Like he'll be like, yeah, you're one of the girls I think is really cute here. And then it's like, oh, so you think I'm the cutest girl here?
Yeah, I guess it was like something.
And KK had said, like, when we all have our girls chats about like who are you interested in, who are you attracted to, she not once said like, oh, I find him good looking. Like all you had to say is like, oh, I haven't really talked to him, or like I'm not into him, but like I do find him attractive, which is like probably like what I feel like I would have said or something. Like, but it's so like she didn't even say that. She literally, he hasn't been on her radar at all
until he brought it up,
which is like that gives me shady because you don't just like all of a sudden decide someone's physically attractive. You know, right when you see them. Yeah, I feel like
totally.
Yeah, and
it's not because they like. Well, they go on to say they have great conversation. It's flowing so well. They're kind of making jokes about, oh my God, why is it flowing so well? This is annoying.
Yeah. And when I watched the conversation with KK and Keenan, I was like feeling played myself because I really believe Keenan when he's with KK and talking to her, like he is so genuine with like what he says to her, and it feels like okay, he really likes her. But then he like gives me these like sneaky vibes when he's talking to Cass. Like he'll like almost like be whispering. Like he'll be like, yeah, like I'm into you. Like
no, I totally get that.
Weird. I'm like,
I get that.
What?
I noticed the same thing as you, but it's funny because like I was thinking, okay, he is very easy to be able to explain exactly how he's feeling to Cassie. Because I don't think he's that interested in her, or I think he has like,
I don't think he's into her, but I think he likes the idea of it like being fun.
Yeah. Well, he even said, I love the idea of like being wanted. I don't think he actually likes her for her. I think he likes her for her having interest in him.
All of this.
Keenan loves Keenan.
Keenan is giving me trust issues is what Keenan is giving me.
But I love him and KK together. And so when
now he's giving me trust issues. Like it's weird. It's like that ex that you just believe their bullshit. They feed back to you and you take them back. And then they but well, that don't know because you're like you're brainwashed.
I knew
Keenan's
you
got
were
me brainwashed.
Keenan's got me brainwashed. I knew that you what was I just going to say? No, the other side of the conversation, like from what I saw with Cassie, it was so interesting to then watch him go over to KK and try to explain how he felt. And he couldn't put it into words like in the way that he did with Cassie. And I was like, I think he really likes her and he's getting nervous around KK because he can't.
Who?
Sorry, Keenan.
No, I know Keenan. Who does he really like?
I think he really likes KK. And
why is he pulling all this shady shit?
It's Love Island, baby.
He's being shady. I don't trust him. It's weird. It's weird because I trust him when he's talking to KK.
I know that's what's kind of like messing me up.
I think it's messing a lot of people up.
I can't read him,
including KK.
I'd fall for it,
including KK, because she just keeps forgiving him, and not that he's like really done anything, but like I'm getting like, oh no, like I feel like uh-oh.
Yeah, and but I thought that she handled it so well. I mean, you could see it coming from a mile away that production was gonna eat that up. Great. She was amazing, and she was like, obviously, if you just tell me, like, I'm cool. Like, she understands the game. It's day 4, things happen, or day 6, whatever. Things happen, and she's like, but just be real with me. Just be honest, especially with Cassie being a girl's girl. Or quote unquote.
Cassie is like the farthest thing from a girl's girl.
Did she say she was a girl's girl?
I think every girl has said, I'm a girl's girl. And then every girl has not been a girl's girl, except I do think the friendship, and we got to see like more of this towards the end, but obviously I feel like we saw a lot throughout with Anna and Jasmine. I don't think those two would have screwed each other over at all.
I don't either.
But that was like the only friendship that like felt like a real friendship to me. And I'm not saying that just because like at the end when we talked about it, they were like crying and shit. Like even them like doing their little like antics with Bergie, you know,
them being together. They're together all the time.
Yeah, like running around the villa, like being little, like just being little cute friends.
It reminds me of when me and Mallory were just like literally hand in hand because we didn't have anyone, and we were like, well, I guess we're just gonna frolic around the villa while everyone else falls in love. So the next morning we see everything, you know, the Islanders are all waking up. Good morning, Islanders. They're getting out of bed, and Marco says a comment that just, it caught me, and I was like, God damn it. Why would you say that? And Marco it was him saying, like, remember when he said something to the boys about there being no physical touch in the bed with Destiny? Like the very first couple of days.
Oh God.
He then wakes up with Hannah and goes, the physical touch was there. Says it like in front of everybody. It was obviously a backhanded comment. And even if he didn't consciously think that,
he totally did.
That was a backhanded jab. And it was like, I mean, yeah. I was pissed for Destiny. And she clocked it so fast. I was just happy that like she actually called him out. Yes.
What'd she say?
She was like, why would you say that when I'm literally sitting right here? Yeah.
Oh my God. What a little shit.
That caught me. I was like, this man just keeps digging the hole deeper and deeper. He's 6 feet under.
He is so immature.
He really is. Hannah, run.
Yeah.
Sorry, Marco.
He's not it. So we have our first guy bombshell coming in. Harrison. He had such a strong start. Like, I'm like, okay, this guy's got an accent. He looks really cute. He's in his mask because he's got the height. He's like 6'2" or something.
Yes.
He's walking.
I think 6'4".
6'4". Okay, well, he also had a suit on.
He didn't fit in the bed. Hot.
Right. Okay, so he's walking in. And I was like, damn, this is what we needed. We needed some like bigger energy. Yeah, we need some oomph to the villa.
His gold chains.
Even I hated the gold chains.
Oh my God.
My mom, me out so bad.
My mom would be like, Alex.
He walked in and I said, I wrote this down. What is that jewelry?
It's giving Braxton.
It's giving like too much. Like, oh my God. But all the girls, like, they're getting ready to go out on the balcony and they see him. And this is also when I noticed it was raining. And I knew the rain was coming back, you guys. It's Fiji. I don't trust the weather there. It's hurricane season. And I was like, you know what they're going to do? They're going to make them have the party in the rain. And sure enough, they're all out in the rain. Right? Like, you get ready all done up your hair. You go out and it just was
Poof.
gone with the rain. But he came in strong. The girls were so excited. Immediately, we see Jasmine like
Yes,
dart
pounce.
eyes pounce. She was like, this is what I needed. Like, Love Island God sent this to me. And it is what she needed.
Mhm.
And I was even like, okay, yeah. She was like, I am not holding back at all. Like, she made it very clear, kind of almost to the girls, like, I want this really bad.
Yes,
Like,
this is
maybe
mine.
no one go for the person. And honestly, that's kind of how I felt with Alana and Yaman on our season.
Okay.
Like, it was like Yaman walked in and immediately Alana was like looking at all of us like, this is what I was talking about. So no one really felt like,
oh yeah,
they could even like make a move because it was so fast to be like, you're trying to make friends and immediately someone's like, oh, this is what I've been wanting the whole time. Like, how do you then do that? Even though none of these girls feel close to me.
No,
So-
yeah. And I was like, oh no,
I was like,
Jasmine
oh,
and
no.
Carmen, because I thought Carmen was like super into him.
Oh, you did? Harrison at that like first little group convo?
I think like I just saw a twinkle in her eye, I swear. And I know, like, I really do think that her and Victor are going to end up together.
You do.
At least for a little bit. But I feel like I saw a twinkle in her eye.
Yeah.
And then the minute I saw him interact with Destiny, I was like, he is 1000% picking her.
Yeah, no, when I saw their conversations, I was like immediately like they would show Jasmine talking about Harrison.
Yes.
And then they would show
Yes.
Harrison actually talking to Destiny, like cracking up, like having such a good conversation. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, the way that they edited Jasmine, talking about Harrison, I was like, oh my God, they're giving her the edit of she is like obsessed with him.
I know. It
and
was bad. She was
came off
being
of-
obsessed with him.
Totally. And it came off that he was interested, but like the minute
She was
I
way
started
too
seeing
over
those
the
clips,
top.
I was like,
I was
oh,
like,
yeah, he's out.
Same.
He's so out.
Girls, you cannot show all your cards at first. You cannot meet someone and be like, we're getting married. Like, you just, to them, you can say it to your friends. You can't say it to them. And she was like, so
I'm like, I made an
straight to his
AI
face.
baby morph
Yeah.
picture with us.
That's literally like, she was already like, it was wild.
You know, and she's the
Guys
man,
don't like
Eunice. I made breakfast, darling.
That's literally what it was. It's literally what it was. It was too much.
I made breakfast, darling.
It was too much. And she may have sealed her fate from that. And I was like, ah, shit. Not gonna lie, I was starting to like Jasmine a little bit too.
No, I actually really liked her. She was definitely one of the older ones in the villa, which I kind of found
That's probably why.
she was just
She
like
liked her.
toned down. I know I'm not even getting into that, but yeah, I liked her.
Yeah. But okay, so then they play this challenge of what was it called?
It was basically like the excess baggage.
It was like, I know, that's what I
game.
was thinking. I was like, I hope they don't use
I
this
was
as that.
pissed.
I thought that too.
I wish they had the luggage, the whole situation.
Yeah.
They're trying to make it sexier. I get it.
It felt like the excess baggage. Also, they had to be under like a couch because it was raining. So they're playing it there.
Where they were. I thought they were by the fire pit.
No, it's raining. They're like on a couch.
They're tricking us with 3 fire pits in the
No,
villa.
and the lighting was so bad there. It was like everyone had this like red overcast on their face.
Yes,
and
I noticed that.
So it was the red overcast plus the masks. I was like, I couldn't really tell. Like, I need people's facial expressions in high def to know how they're feeling because you just see the eyes like dark places.
I loved the masks. I think like they just
it was
make
cute.
Everyone looks so hot.
But it was funny too because I felt like no one could really tell what Harrison looked like
100%
because he had the mask on. Like,
yes.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was hotter with the mask on, and then it came off, and I was like, I don't know if I'm feeling this man anymore. Also, the minute he said he is a diamond dealer,
oh my God,
I was like, ew. And I'm not to like shit on someone's job, but I just feel like diamond dealer is in my mind like very similar to like, I don't want to say like drugs dealer, but like
I feel like it's because
giving
every
sketch.
movie.
Yeah, I'm
like,
picturing Adam
fronts
Sandler. I'm picturing the Adam Sandler movie on Netflix, Uncut Gems. I'm picturing Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems.
And I can't undo it. Like, I have already labeled Harrison as Uncut Gems.
It is in every movie. That is so funny.
But that world is kind of like a sketchy world.
But I'm curious, like I do want to know
it's like
what he does.
It's like poker, like
I want an intricate, detailed summary of what he does every day.
No, but there was one of the best jokes from, what is his name? Ian Sterling? Yeah, sorry. One of the best jokes from Ian Sterling. Harrison's going to pull someone for a chat, and he goes, I don't think he's interested in so-and-so, but he sure is interested in her earrings. He's like, he doesn't want her, he wants her earrings. And I was dying.
That's hilarious. Do you think he's actually from Australia, or does he live in the US as an Australian?
I think he's from Australia and probably lives in the US.
Okay.
Is what I was kind of getting from that. I don't think he's lives in Australia.
Yeah, because I heard Ian made a joke. I mean, obviously I'm not taking it at what he says, but he was like, it was so cheap to fly him over because it was straight from Australia. Hilarious. And I know it's punny, but I was just curious.
For context, all the Australians go on their holiday, the holiday is what they call their spring break, to Fiji because it's so close.
Yeah. So it's wild.
Yeah. So this challenge though, I feel like we saw a lot of interesting kisses and choices and facts.
Yes, the game was called Unmask the Truth, just for everyone's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just wrote down some of the wildest ones.
Can I tell you what I think the wildest one was?
Yeah.
Jasmine kissing Harrison. It went on
forever.
For so long. How do you not have okay, this is another thing. You don't show all your cards at once. You give him a cute little tasteful peck and you back off. So you leave him wanting more. It was literally she was attacking his face. She had him push backwards. It was too much.
It's not the first time we've seen that this season too.
You are going to send that man running the minute you do that. You can't do that. You cannot do that.
I was shocked. And everyone made a comment about how long
felt
it
uncomfortable,
was.
which means it was bad if they all noticed too.
It's just so awkward. When
it was definitely a read the room.
But
not even read the room. Don't do that.
I said go off.
Anyone wants dating advice from me, don't do that.
Probably don't take it from me.
If you went on a first date with someone, you give them a cute little kiss and you want them, leave them wanting more. That's that is kind of equal to real life. What I'm I know it's just a game and stuff, but especially because it's a game, I don't know.
I feel like that's probably just not who she is. She's just going all out. She's going out with a bang, showing that she's interested in him. Right on.
Okay, who are the other ones?
These were some of the wildest ones. Fergie putting his pee-pee next to a ruler, and he has photos in inches and centimeters.
I would have guessed last if this was multiple choice question on a test. I'd be crossing out okay, it's not Bergie, but I'm crying laughing that Bergie does it. So does this mean Bergie has a big, you know what?
I don't know. We didn't get the measurements.
If I say something, can you bleep it?
Yeah.
So does this mean Bergie has a big dick? Because I feel you don't measure your dick unless you have a big dick.
Dairy Queen dick energy.
Oh my God.
DDE.
What if he measured, do you think he has nudes of a huge extra large ice cream cone next to his dick? Pictures on his phone of just to measure it, if it swirls all the way up, you get an ice cream cone that's this big. Could you imagine if he had that?
Help.
Honestly, that'd be kind of an epic nude. Bergie, if you ever listen to this, you should do that.
Apologies.
Don't send it to me. Don't send it to me. I don't want it. But
for creativity,
for creativity points, whoever you're talking to might think that's pretty fun.
Just get consent first.
Yeah. Reiterating, I don't want that in my inbox.
Okay. Next. This man had sex in his professor's office.
This is hilarious.
Keenan.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous. I've always wanted to do that. I'm through
office?
the school. Was it with the professor?
Through the school.
Was it with the professor? No,
they did not clarify that.
They did not clarify, but probably because it was the professor, and the school would have to take a look at it and shit. It was definitely the professor.
Oh my God.
That's crazy. And they probably just couldn't say it. But like, I feel like that's always been like a fantasy of mine. Like, I wish I had sex with one of my professors, but I never had hot professors. You're telling me if you had a really hot single professor that's only like 5 years older than you or something, like you wouldn't do that?
No, I don't think
I
so.
totally would have done that.
In my
I like sit up all
mind,
proud.
no, I'm like not my morality compass going like,
oh, in my morality, I didn't even
you
think of
said
it.
mine's
Like,
right out the window.
honestly, I was thinking like, oh my God, maybe I'll get an A too. I didn't even think of that one. I didn't even think of that part of it.
The way I wouldn't be able to live with myself.
I thought of it like for the plot.
For the plot. For the plot, it would be hilarious. I would love for you to do it for the plot.
I totally would. And I'm not even going to lie, morality with grades in college, like absolutely not. Like I paid people to take classes for me.
Moving on, Elizabeth's degree is fully real and she earned it.
Hey, my name is on that piece of paper and you can't take it away from me at this point.
There. Okay. Next one. Dream man must be wealthy. Destiny. I love that she said that.
Oh, I love that.
Love it.
Oh, must be wealthy. I mean, Harrison's got his gold and his diamonds.
I like the FBI in me just wants to go down a rabbit hole and find all the things about this diamond dealer business because I've never met a real person that's a diamond dealer.
Me either. I'm not gonna lie, when he was walking in, I thought all of his jewelry was like part of the costume for the masquerade.
Saying I didn't think that it was fully him.
Yeah, me neither. Do you think he's gonna keep all those jewels on the whole season? Or is that like just like for night one? Like
it's real gold, it must get
or,
real
like,
heavy.
Do you think that like he just like goes to bed with it on and stuff?
I feel like he probably takes it off. It's so big. Like the links are really large.
Do you think they brought him a safe to put all his jewelry in the villa? Do you think he requested to have like a mini safe for all his gold and diamonds?
No, imagine he just brought like loose diamonds into the villa. Stop. Like giving them out. He's like, I'd like to couple up with this girl. Girl.
You couple up with me. I brought some extra diamonds.
I'm putting my diamonds all in one basket.
Destiny says, okay.
Jasmine revenge slept with her ex's brother and cousin.
Honestly, I love that for her. I'm in my early days of my life, I pulled some petty shit like that.
A brother and a cousin?
No, I didn't get that far.
Would you do it?
If I was butthurt enough or if you did me dirty enough.
Moving on.
I've moved on.
Harrison, clearly, like, that was obviously a turn off for him because he was like, if that's not a red flag, I don't know what it is. So I was like,
who did this again? Jasmine?
Jasmine.
He was already not feeling Jasmine from that over the top kiss.
Mm-hmm.
And that really, I think that sealed the deal.
I don't know if the kiss was before or after that, though.
But a combo of the both. Deadly combo.
I honestly, they really had me sold that he was wavering between the two, but I really don't think it was even a question.
I never felt for a second he was wavering.
Interesting. I'm like, they really do get me sometimes. They distract you.
They do, but I go based on the emotions that I see on the screen.
Yeah, that's fair. KK pleasures herself with the shower head. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't that exact wording. And that was the question that sparked Keenan making out with Cassie.
Yeah, and it was funny because he played himself. Okay, so he was saying to Cassie, whatever the hell, afterwards, like, oh, this was like, I had to be sneaky about it being our first kiss. Like, I wanted to kiss you and I had to be sneaky about it. And I was like, oh,
yeah, like,
you snaky, shady man.
It was honestly the first time I've ever heard someone say out loud, we can kiss in a challenge. And it obviously won't mean what it could mean in any other context.
Right.
I was shocked that came out of his mouth. Like other people say it, but like the person in the situation, I've never heard them say that.
Yeah, he fully said it.
So, I mean, I see what he's saying.
And then he felt really bad after.
Also, he like really Cassie pulling away.
Oh, yeah, that was awkward.
That just, it made Keenan look even dumber for making that move.
Yeah.
Which I feel was not cool. I mean, she tried to like sell that.
I think that was the also made him less attracted to Cassie too, because he was like, wow, this girl's gonna throw me under the bus. I don't trust her.
That's
I don't
exactly
trust our
it.
little sneaky shit anymore.
That's
She just
exactly
threw me
it.
under the bus in front of everyone. I'm over this. And that's when he really felt dumb, because he was like, shit, I shouldn't be all sneaking around with this girl that isn't even like gonna be ride or die for me. Not that she should, but yeah.
Yeah. No, it was, I died when he was like, fuck me, when she pulled back. And it was just because I feel like he was really trying to do what you're supposed to do on Love Island. And I don't know why I'm now a Keenan apologist, but like, I don't know why. But I feel like he was doing it in a way that he obviously could have gone about it in a better way. But he was trying not to hurt KK's feelings.
Wait, I have a question for you
Sorry,
about
okay.
this like whole kind of challenge and like kind of how the challenges run that are like the kissing ones.
Mhm.
What percentage would you say people just kiss who they want to kiss versus people kiss who they think like the fact or the question is about?
That's such a good question, because I feel like from two different perspectives, like when we were doing it, we wanted to win. So we were really trying to figure out who was.
Yeah, we were kissing the people we thought it was.
Yeah. So
like, I was kissing people that I did not want to fucking kiss.
Same.
So I was like, oh, I got to do it because I really think it's them.
Same. And that it's so interesting to now see that it's become a game of you kiss whoever you want to kiss. We were like, no, we want to win.
Yeah. And you know what I think they need to do? They need to change the incentive. There needs to be some kind of incentive to get people to kiss who they think it's about versus like just
but that doesn't create the drama.
That doesn't create the drama.
So it's like I think the people going and kissing, but how are you supposed to tell? Like unless they could outright say it, which like thank you, Keenan, for letting us know.
But yeah, I think you're right. I think you just kind of have to guess if they did it either way, and that just kind of makes her part of the show. But it was funny how I was explaining that to people that were watching the show as like first timers this season, and they're like, "So wait, are they just kissing people they want to kiss, or are they kissing who they think they did?" I was like, it could kind of be either.
Yeah, I'm curious what the viewers see. Because like in my mind, I'm always thinking we want to win the challenge, but clearly that's not
how they're playing.
Not how it's rolling.
Because like I said, these people are not there to win the challenges. These people on this season they want to stay on the island, so they're gonna do all their shit. They're gonna do whatever it takes to keep their spot, I should say.
Yeah. It's also so early. Like I wish that we just knew everyone. I wish we knew everything about them. Okay, moving on. Oh, Harrison lost his virginity in a threesome.
That gave me the ick so bad. That gave me the ick more than the diamond dealer thing did.
How did he know what to do?
He definitely like didn't. I wonder if it was something like he's like cute, so like maybe like older girls kind of like took advantage of the situation maybe a little bit. Like I don't know.
Not as like fully.
I don't know. It's really, I would like more of an explanation for that, to be honest. Like I'd be happy for when we interview Harrison. Like I would like to kind of know if he's like down to talk about that, because that's like really interesting to me.
Don't you think it's like kind of personal? If
we shared it on Love Island.
That's true.
You shared it on Love Island. That is share it with us.
But hey, so how was that threesome?
I'm asking him.
Oh, dead. And then so KK makes out with Harrison, and I think I don't know. Do you think she did make out with him just because Keenan made out with Cassie, right?
Yeah. She was just out for revenge, and she's like, oh, new hot guy, best way to stir up drama. If I was KK, I'd pick him too, just to get the guy.
So really, like the rest of the episode is kind of like the major theme going on is the KK, Cassie, and Keenan drama.
Yeah, because Keenan just looks like a freaking idiot.
He does, and he's like, I look so stupid for even putting myself out there when your Cassie is pulling back from him, telling him things, but then also like not following up in the way that she's saying she wants him. I do think that he could have gone about it in a different way, but
totally.
But I also think he's playing the game.
Totally.
Do you think that
this was like clear as day that I don't trust Keenan through all of this? And I get he felt really like dumb and guilty, but I think was like, I shouldn't have done KK like that. I think he's just like feeling the feels of like guilt all around, and like he does feel bad he did that to KK. Do I think he'll pull more shit? Absolutely.
Oh, I hate that. Just
I know. I hate it too.
They are like
I think they have a genuine connection
I
too.
do too.
But I don't trust him. He burnt that trust with me.
Yeah. I feel like that's fair. I'm always the one that's like, no, maybe he just didn't know. I'm like,
No.
not me. Here I am again defending a man. I died when KK was talking just to the girls just about the whole situation. She was like, literally, what a clown. Like, he looks so dumb. I was just cackling.
He's literally being a clown.
I just loved that she was just so straight up. She's like, yeah, you fucked up.
Yeah.
Now you have to sit in it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm obviously not gonna like
think about what you did. What's the Taylor Swift?
Not go stand in the corner and think about what you did.
Yeah, exactly. Keenan.
Time for a little revenge.
Yeah, that's KK now.
So obviously, and the pick me thing, that was hilarious. She was like, I don't want to be a pick me, but pick me, choose me, pick me.
I was thinking that
hilarious.
Exact line.
Hilarious.
But every girl does want to feel like that, especially when you're on a show like this. You do want, like, you want so bad to feel secure in like what's happening because it's so nerve-wracking and you're so vulnerable that you like are in an extra position of wanting to be like, I just want someone to be like all in for me and pick me and like want to be for me, because like it's so scary being there. And like people are like watching and you don't want to look stupid. And I think like everyone like going on a show like that, like you constantly think in the back of your mind, like, I just don't want to look dumb. Yeah. And I know I said that like once I knew I felt secure with my couple I was there, I obviously wasn't worried. But my biggest thing was like, I don't want to look like an idiot. Like, I don't want to look dumb. So I think the whole like pick me feeling is like that.
Yeah. And I think it's fair.
Yeah. Like no one wants to look dumb on TV.
Not at all. Not even a little bit.
Yeah.
And
so we then have Hannah calling Berkey over to the pool, and she's in the pool. And I don't know if you guys would notice this, but like there were subtitles on because she's not mic'd up. So you can kind of like hardly hear what she's saying. And I wonder if Hannah kind of knew she wasn't mic'd up and was trying to kind of like give Berkey some insight. Like, look, this is what's happening on the DL. This is where you can kind of slide in with Carmen, because essentially Carmen has told Hannah about Victor feeling clingy, which is crazy to me because they've been coupled up with each other for what, like 24 hours?
Yeah. She was saying like the physical touch is not her love language.
Yeah. And then it makes her feel like she's too like, I could get that. Like physical touch is one of mine. But if I'm like not really feeling someone, or it's too quick to be like arm around you, you're like, okay, this feels like they're almost like guarding me.
Yeah.
And it's making me look more closed off, and like people aren't really going to approach me or get to know me if you're like making it look like we're like so solid when we're not.
Yeah.
So I do get that, but I feel like she was describing it in the wrong way. And I thought it was funny that like first she goes to Hannah, tells Hannah this, then Hannah tells Berkey this. So Berkey can like move in on Carmen.
Yes.
And then Carmen and Berkey talk about it. And then Carmen decides to talk to Victor about it. But it was like, why did she just say to Victor like, hey, you're being a little clingy? It
was like a little
went through this whole like pipeline,
a little telephone.
It was like a total little pipeline of it. But her conversation with Berkey, it felt like she was almost like confiding in him like a close friend.
Do you think that she's leading him on?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
I can't tell. I wish that I was in the villa. Like, of course, that I would understand. But
of course,
it's just, it almost was like false hope to me. I don't know. Just the way the conversation went. I loved that Berkey was just straight up with her and was like, listen, do you see me as a boyfriend or friend vibes? Because I feel like
I was really proud of him for saying that too.
Yeah. And I'm sure he's had this conversation with some people that are saying your friend vibes, because he is like, he's such a good guy. He just comes across as the best friend. And sometimes that just backfires. And so I was curious if anyone else thought that she was leading him on a little bit.
Yeah, no, I definitely think she is. But also, I already feel very proud of Berkey. Like, I feel like he's already growing so much. He's looking less and less nervous in his conversations. Do I think he also looked nervous during this one even too? Absolutely. But I think
keep seeing him alone though, which is making me nervous. Like, kind of like what we noticed in the first episode. Like, I just hope that he can be himself in there and feel
Totally.
comfortable being
Yeah.
himself.
But I think this
'Cause I
experience,
love watching him.
yeah, I think this experience overall is gonna like help him grow
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
I do love watching him. But my one part of the conversation that stuck out with Carmen and Bergie is she was like, I just want someone to bring me coffee, and he was like, I'll bring you coffee. He goes, do you know who's getting a coffee tomorrow morning? And she's like, oh, that's so sweet. And he goes, I don't know how to make coffee. I've never made coffee, but I'll get one of the boys to help me teach me how to make you a coffee.
Yeah, she's like,
And I
ask the
was
boys,
like,
ask the boys. I'm like, you knew exactly what you were doing, Miss
it
Ma'am.
is literally hilarious. Oh, I know. So Bergie can go in front of all the boys
really
and be
want a
like,
coffee.
hey, I'm trying to make Carmen a coffee. Like, and the boys are like, I should be making Carmen a coffee.
I can't. Bergie not knowing how to make a coffee, like,
How do you
killed
know
me.
how to make ice cream, but you don't know how to make
That's
coffee?
what I thought too.
It's fine. Maybe he can upgrade and go work at the local coffee store.
No,
instead
he
of
can give us
the ice cream store.
No, he can make me a mocha blizzard. That sounds fire.
He should have said something like that. Sorry, I just hit my mic.
I know.
He should have said something like that. Like, oh, I'll make you a mocha blizzard, like ice cream coffee.
A dipped cone.
A dipped cone. But okay, the other little like thing we saw before the triangle, or not, sorry, the other little thing we saw that was happening in this episode, honestly, this episode didn't have a whole lot to it, was Harrison having his chats with, who was he talking to? Destiny and
Jasmine.
Well, we didn't really see him talk to anybody else.
Jasmine kind of was doing that kind of like middle schooler thing where it was like telephone yet again. Marco talked to Harrison, who then talked to Anna, who then talked to Jasmine. And he was like going like this when they were up in the villa. Yeah. And then he made her come down. And it's funny. I actually noticed she was like, what did he say? What did he say? Say it fast while we're running. I was like, oh, they're not allowed to be talking right now for sure. Because she kept saying like, get it out, say what he said.
Like, let me know.
So I'm assuming he was like,
he's picking you. We're like, okay, Marco. I was like, I thought for sure you pick it. Like Marco had me convinced.
Same.
Marco should feel guilty because I feel like in part, like Marco helped blindside Jasmine.
I'm dying. It was so funny though, like watching him just frolic around the villa with a secret. Like,
who gave Marco a secret?
I literally said he's about to spill the beans so fucking fast. Like,
I can't.
So,
but as this is going on, Harrison is having like really good conversations with Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were talking about like real life things. They also were talking a lot about how like they're not ready for kids. They just want to like live their lives. Like, let's focus on a relationship first. Let's fall in love first. Like, it was kind of like interesting that it made me think like, okay, where they're at and their mindset like would actually work outside the villa, which is the first time I ever thought that watching this season of like, okay, they're actually like kind of on the same page.
No, I totally agree. I was watching them and I was like, I'm inspired by this conversation. They kind of just listed like everything I want. I'm like, they know what they want and they are very compatible in that way. Like they
were just laughing.
They got along like a house on fire.
They were like laughing a lot. And the minute I saw like her doing with the last reel, like doing this, I was like, oh yeah, he's picking her.
Also, like the medic, the doctor and nurse and you know,
it was vibing.
The hospital vibes.
So
they love the hospital.
They totally do. But what I noticed like from that though is like I was not shocked during the recoupling. So like Harrison was the last to choose, but he does choose Destiny and Jasmine goes home. Like that I was not shocked by. Marco choosing Hannah I was not shocked by. Victor picking
Leonardo and Anna.
Yeah, that not shocked. So I was really only wondering if Bergie would get to choose before Victor because like the producers actually pick the order and the order can kind of shake out how that works because obviously if Bergie got to pick before Victor, he would have picked Carmen. And then it would have trickled down from there. So it's like very interesting how the order works.
So Keenan and Kay Kay, obviously.
That was another obvious one.
Victor and Carmen, and then Bergie and Cassie.
Yeah, so it kind of like Bergie, in my opinion, Bergie was like the flip vote here. Because like
what do you mean?
Like although he was talking to Cassie a little, like I think if he chose first, he would have picked Carmen, and then it would have been down to Victor choosing between Cassie and Jasmine, and I think he would have saved Jasmine. So I think, in a sense, based on the order, we knew who was going home.
Interesting. So the producers want to keep Cassie.
Yes, the producers chose to keep Cassie, is essentially what I'm saying. Instead of Jasmine.
She brings.
I personally would have rather
the drama.
Yeah, I rather would have watched Jasmine, but I wouldn't be lying if I said that I cared if Jasmine stayed.
You would be lying. You would be lying.
Yes, because I don't care if she stayed or not.
Right.
I didn't love watching Jasmine, and I don't love watching Cassie. I would like to see both of them go and see some new contestants in there. And I'm especially just like excited about the fact that they said like a ton of people are going to be like in this season. Like it's not going to be all just the same people. And I'm really excited to kind of rotate some of this out. And it's mostly just me feeling the immature vibes. And I've really been like having a battle with myself watching this of like, am I just getting older where I relate less and less to the cast and the show? Or does this season like actually feel immature to me? And I think last night I kind of landed on the thought of like, I really do think this just feels immature, because UK, I felt totally fine watching this summer. And I felt like thinking if I had re-put on another season of like the one with like Josh and Shannon and like Will and Kira or like Justine, like I wouldn't have felt that. Like none of those people like felt immature to me.
Yeah. I don't know what it is for me. I thought it was maybe just because I'm getting older and it's like, all right, let's cut to the chase. Do we like each other?
I think I just don't like the casting. And I hate saying that because it has nothing to do with like me disliking.
I feel like we don't know them enough yet.
Maybe. But that's just like where I'm at now. So I'm like excited to keep watching. I do like the season. I'm just like still maybe warming up to the cast is like where I'm at.
Because I'm not going to lie. Like,
being honest.
Yeah, no, a lot of times whenever like, if I do get into UK, if I like have the time and truly get into it, I honestly like am not that entertained in the first couple of weeks. It's the Casa Amor, the aftermath, that's where my like being shines. Like that's what I like watching.
Yeah.
Not to say like I don't enjoy watching people get along and have fun. It's of course, but you know.
Yeah. I will say off the bat though, this season of the UK was so good. It was honestly the best season I've seen so far. And I think I had such like high expectations going into the US season from how good I think the UK one is right now and how strong it started too.
I think that they're going to take severe notes, if not just copy and paste a lot of the things that they did this season
for sure
from the UK.
For sure.
Because I even knew like some of the things that had happened in the UK just because of like Google alerts and stuff. And when I went and watched it, because I was so interested to see, my mouth was wide open and I already knew what happened and I was still shocked.
Yeah.
Like that's what I want to feel.
Totally. Like the fact that they got rid of, I mean, everyone's caught up now for UK. The fact they got rid of Molly, brought her back in Casa. Crazy. I could see them doing something like that.
That was when my mouth was
the fact that they had the two Ellas on, they'll definitely do stuff like that. I loved last season with Chaz having like the twin come in. I thought like
no more sisters, please.
No, I love all that kind of stuff. I think it's really exciting, and I think we're gonna get some really awesome twists this season. So I'm like really looking forward to it, and we're really looking forward to watching tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited. Like let's start a fire.
Yeah, totally.
Ablazing.
And Alex and I are gonna like give it a shot this week to try to recap it like after the episode and try to do it
so that it's like fresh in our minds,
and watch together and take our little like notes next to each other. And we agreed we're like not gonna talk.
Yeah, because we know we can get into our own little world and have conversations that are like
no, exactly. But thank you so much for watching. Like, share this video, subscribe to us, check us out on social. It's After the Island. Thank you guys so much for keeping up with us as we figure out this season and kind of like move through like what's going to work best with our format. We really appreciate all you guys.
Yeah, we're just having fun. Two girls having fun.
We really are.